In the wild, a tiger cub is an endangered life. But when one officer found a crying tiger cub lost in the woods, the story took an unexpected turn that no one could have predicted. This heartwarming tale of survival, love, and the unbreakable bond between human and animal will leave you speechless. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the rest of this incredible story. The storm raged through the night, turning the thick forest into a maze of shadows and sounds. But it was a cry, a desperate, high-pitched sound that broke through the chaos. Officers on a routine patrol had just received a strange report about an animal in distress deep within the woods. The radio buzzed with urgency. Possible tiger cub in distress? Need immediate assistance. With little information and no time to waste, the team of officers, led by Sarah Collins, a seasoned wildlife officer, ventured out into the storm. The forest was dark, thick with trees and vines, the air heavy with the scent of rain and wet earth. It didn't take long before they found the source of the cry. A tiny tiger cub, no older than a few months, was huddled beneath a tree, its fur matted and its eyes wide with terror. The cub trembled, its tiny body shaking from the cold and fear. Sarah's heart raced, not just because the cub was in trouble, but because something about the way it looked at her stopped her in her tracks. It wasn't just a wild animal trying to survive. There was something human-like in its gaze, something that seemed to beg for help. As she knelt down, trying to approach the cub gently, she noticed something else. The cub wasn't attacking or retreating. It was simply waiting for someone to save it. There was no time to lose. The team quickly scooped the cub into a warm blanket and rushed it to the nearest animal rescue center. The medical team worked quickly, administering fluids, checking for injuries, and keeping the cub under observation. Sarah, though, couldn't shake the feeling that something was different about this cub. Its eyes, dark and intense, followed her every movement. And when Sarah spoke softly to it, the cub seemed to calm down, its body less tense, its cries slowly subsiding. Over the next few days, Sarah became the primary caretaker of the cub, now named Raja. As the days passed, the bond between them deepened. While the staff at the rescue center noted the cub's improvement in health, they were also puzzled by his behavior. Raja had begun to show an unusual attachment to Sarah. He followed her around like a shadow, mewing whenever she left the room. It wasn't typical tiger behavior. Wild animals, especially tigers, did not seek out human companionship so eagerly. There were moments that stunned even the most experienced staff. One evening, when Sarah arrived for her shift, Raja was crying again. But this time, he didn't just cry, he reached for her. It was almost as if he was calling her mother, and when she picked him up, he nuzzled her neck, curling into her arms like an infant. Sarah's heart melted, but a strange sense of unease settled in. She had seen many wild animals over the years, but nothing like this. Was it normal for a tiger cub to form such an attachment to a human? As days turned into weeks, Raja grew stronger, but his behavior became even more puzzling. He refused to interact with other people, even those who had cared for him. His gaze remained fixed on Sarah, and if anyone else tried to get close, Raja would grow anxious, pacing or growling softly. It became clear that his connection to Sarah was more than just a survival instinct. It was something deeper, something primal. Sarah began to worry. The team had been discussing Raja's future. Tigers were solitary creatures, and if he became too attached to humans, it could make reintroducing him to the wild impossible. It was a dilemma no one had expected. The center had no experience with a tiger developing such an intense bond with a human. The more Sarah thought about it, the more she realized that Raja might never be able to return to the wild if he couldn't break his bond with her. But how could she let go of him? How could she abandon the cub that had come to see her as his mother? The internal struggle was taking its toll, but Sarah knew what had to be done. One night, after everyone had gone home, Sarah sat quietly in the corner of the room with Raja. He was sleeping peacefully in her lap, his breathing soft and rhythmic. She stroked his fur, and a deep sadness settled in her chest. There were whispers of Raja being sent to another reserve, place where he could learn how to live among other tigers. But Sarah wasn't ready for that yet. She wasn't sure if Raja was ready either. The reality was that his attachment to her had formed so strongly, he seemed incapable of adjusting to life without her. The next day, Sarah made the difficult decision to start the process of introducing Raja to another tiger. She had arranged for a specially selected surrogate mother to meet him. It was a delicate operation, and the hope was that Raja would bond with the female tiger and begin to learn the ways of his species. But as the day approached, Sarah was filled with doubt. Would Raja accept the new tiger as a mother? Would he be able to forget about her? The moment of truth arrived. The staff carefully brought Raja into a large enclosed area where the female tiger waited. Raja, as usual, fixed his eyes on Sarah, almost pleading with them to keep her close. Sarah knelt down, her heart aching as she spoke softly to him, trying to reassure him that this was for his own good. The first interaction between Raja and the female tiger was hesitant. She was older, and though she was gentle, she wasn't the mother figure Raja needed. He seemed confused, and the bond he had with Sarah remained unbroken. As the days passed, Raja became more withdrawn, his refusal to accept the new tiger growing more apparent. The situation was growing dire. After a week of struggle, Sarah made the hardest decision of her life. She would let Raja go, but not into the wild just yet. Raja would remain in a wildlife sanctuary where he could live a life more suitable for his species, but still be under her care. And there you have it, the unbelievable journey of a tiny crying tiger cub who found safety, hope, and love in the arms of a police officer who never expected to become a mother to a wild creature. This story reminds us that sometimes the most powerful bonds are the ones we never see coming, and they can change the course of an entire life, whether human or animal. Raja chose Sarah, not because she was trained, not because she was assigned to him, but because in his most vulnerable moment he felt her heart before anything else, and that is what saved him. If this story touched your heart even a little, make sure you give this video a big like because it truly helps this channel reach more people who love emotional true stories like this one. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications because we share stories every week that will inspire you, surprise you, and remind you that kindness still exists in the world. Share this video with someone who loves animals or someone who needs a little hope today. Every share makes a huge difference. It helps us continue bringing real-life stories to your screen. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and for being part of this amazing community. Your support means more than you know. Stay safe, stay kind, and I will see you in the next heart-touching story. Before you go, take a moment to become a part of this journey with us. If this story moved you, inspired you, or made you feel something real, then hit that like button right now because your support helps our channel grow and brings more true stories to people around the world. And if you are watching and you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Join our family by clicking that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss another emotional, real-life story that will touch your heart and open your mind. Share this video with your friends, your family, or anyone who loves powerful animal stories or needs a reminder that compassion still exists in this world. Your share helps us reach more amazing people just like you, and it encourages us to keep creating long, deep stories that you love. And drop a comment below. Tell us what part of this story touched you the most. Do you think the bond between a human and a wild animal can change destiny? Your comments help our community grow, and we love reading every single one. Thank you for being here, for supporting the channel, and for giving your time to stories that matter. Stay connected, stay compassionate, and get ready, because more unforgettable, real-life stories are coming soon.